Hey friends, Wayne over here at the Ram Man Inc. Modern hub supplier. So I'm pulling the setup off the yellow Jeep. That big old Jeep that I've got running those 38s. These hubs have been on for the last 3 years. Now, this yellow Jeep, my big yellow Jeep swinging them 38s, is a Jeep that I drive. And I've taken it to a bunch of regional events. Rednecks with paychecks, it's basically famous out there. I buried it a couple times. Here it is, March of 2nd, 2022. Just got done putting the motor in big old yellow Jeeper. Blew it up out at Rednecks with paychecks. Yeah. There it sits right there. There's the hubs on the Dodge. And there's the hubs on the Jeep. And for those of you that are not familiar with. There you go. There's your locking or free spin hubs right there. And there's your intercooler for a blown Jeep. Anyway, so I trashed this thing for 3 years, and so we pulled it apart. This is the older design. This is the single bearing design, which has basically been used throughout lock and hub history. Bearing in the back for the shafts. New modern design. Changed it about 1.5 years ago. Running twin bearings, both in the back and in the front to stabilize the shaft. So that's what this stuff used to look like. This is also the big bearing design, 35mm. Now, this is a Jeep. This is my 2014 Rubicon. 4-to-1 with the lockers and everything. So you can see that we've shifted those splines. You have got to put a load on some shit in order to do that. Now, I have replaced the shafts a couple of times, but I have not replaced these bearings. I made a video, there it is, end of February. I made a video about 4 or 5 months ago. I was down there in Okeechobee where I greased this out in the field. If you'll notice, the bearings are not bad. They look like hell, but they're not bad. How do you tell if a bearing's bad? Well, you check it at the 12 o'clock position and you rock it back and forth. That's how you check. And of course, it exacerbates the movement you hear at the flange. But this bearing has no movement. So theoretically, we just drop new bearings in the back there. Theoretically, we just drop us some new cage needle bearings in the back. Voila, and drive it on. So, that's why these things are replaceable. Yes, that's right. They're replaceable. So, that's what some new shit looks like. See that double bearing design? Stabilizes it right there and right there. Take extremely high load. Extremely high load. And that's just on the Jeep. What do we got over here? We got us the other shaft. Look, I blew this one out through so much mud. The inner part of the bearing welded itself to the shaft. And bolts off my big yellow Jeep. And I'm damn sheared off the shaft on top of that. And that big old mud hole. Look at this. You see it? I sheared that son bitch. See, it twisted too. Didn't shear them off completely. That's Ram Man's work. It shifted. Look at there. People talking about these little lockers. These little lockers, these are some industrial strength son of bitches. I want you to see this little bastard. And I want you to see that that shaft broke. And this is on, oh, I don't know. This is on about half a dozen hardcore excursions. I mean, I don't do anything half-assed, friends. I don't know if you've ever figured that out. But it doesn't matter whether it's good or bad. I take it all the effing way, usually. Well, I'm better at it now, since I tried to grow up. Look here. This locking hub, it looks like shit, is still serviceable. This locking hub, it looks like shit, is still serviceable. That sumbitch is locked down. Yeah, you wouldn't think so. That's some Ram Man shit. You want to get you some cool badass shit? Get you some hubs on your Dodge and your Jeep and your Chevrolet, and it will completely transform that buggy. You'll know before you get out of the neighborhood. You'll be able to feel that shit. It's going to be something you're going to spend your money, and you're not only going to see it, but you're going to feel it. And everybody's going to want to know where you got that badass shit.